Welcome to Grape Arbor Part 2. So we were really hoping that this wire, if you ever try and do something like this yourself, you can be very successful, except when you cut the rebar, don't use a compression cutter, because what it does is makes this end a little bit too wide to go over the pipe, makes it oblong as opposed to round. So what we had to do is we had to use a Sawzall and just cut the tip off. We're circumcising the rebar. We're making it holy. Anyway, and we cut the tip off, and when we did that, you could slide the pipe back on. There's only a couple of these where we had that problem, but just as a tip, if you're going to cut the rebar, do not use like the kind of things that they press down.
Yeah, it's a cutter, and it compresses it, and it makes it into egg shape, like oblong. And I kept looking at it going, what does that remind me of? What does that remind me of?
What did it remind you of?
And then it came to me, it reminded me of Stewie's head.
That's from Family Guy. And so we originally were going to do the thin wall half-inch pipe, but they didn't have it, so we had like a little bit thicker wall pipe. And so that's why we were concerned about getting it over this larger rebar. But in the end, we're really happy that they didn't have the thin wall, because we've got much more rigid pipe going over this arch, and it'll be a lot more stable over the years, especially as it gets exposed to heat and temperature fluctuations and sunburn, as PVC tends to get sunburn. All right, I'll update you in a bit. So the Grape Arbor is nearing completion. This is Mason's cutting off all the zip tie tails. And poor grapes have suffered a bit with the 100-degree heat and no rain. But still, they should be happy. We're installing drips on them. That will help. And now they'll have a proper place to climb without getting knocked over every time we walk by them with the bamboo sticks. And there you go. Grape Arbor using recycled fencing that we found, leftover rebar from a concrete job, new PVC, creating the arch, and then just simply zip tying it to it. And then grapes, 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 grapes. Hopefully sometime in the future we'll have a better update with actual fruit hanging from the rafters. Anything to add, Mason?
Too hot to add anything.
Do you need some grape soda?
Yeah, I do.
Okay. Signing off from now from Seed of Life.